I don't know why, but the back of my head feels oddly itchy. Whatever, who cares? What's up, les fagots? There's a whole lot of gay people out there watching me tonight. Morning, afternoon, wherever you live, I don't give a fuck. What does matter is that you tuned into the right channel, one that lacks any talent or quality control. I usually throw shit against the wall and see what happens. Oftentimes it gets me console peasants wanting to beat my ass. Other times it gets PC gamers to hate me because they think I'm elitist. And you know what? You're both super gay. But not as gay as the recent shit that just happened. In fact, it's so much fuckery, I didn't even want to make an individual video for both subjects. I'm just here to complain and nag and whine. I'm here to speak for the real PC gamers, not those fake ones. You know, the ones that jumped on the PC gaming bandwagon because it became popular, and they brought about with them their nasty, icky console ideologies and practices. One of those being exclusives. Top Hats was right. I mean, he was right when he said we need to purge the filthy casuals from PC gaming. You guys are making this place worse. Go back to console gaming, please. Yes, I am gatekeeping. Go back. Go home. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. The biggest enemy right now to the PC gaming platform isn't Microsoft, it isn't Sony, it isn't Nintendo. No, the biggest threat PC gaming faces currently is exploitation. Everybody wants a piece of the PC gaming pie. They're basically pulling off a Donald Trump. Squeeze this thing for every penny it's worth. How much can we get out of PC gaming with minimal effort? And that's why you have things like the Epic Games Store, bringing along the filthy console gaming practices. We're not peasants here on the PC. When we see bullshit, we call it out. The PC gaming community was a very, very strong community, and to some degree it still is. But ever since it became more accessible, you have the filthy casuals coming over and acting like goddamn peasants and accepting and saying yes to everything. From loot boxes and microtransactions to the buying out of game studios and locking them down exclusively to launchers. So if you don't know, there's a little game called Rocket League. I've never really been that big of a fan. What I am a big fan of though, is watching Crap Gamer and noticing that he usually plays against bots. He plays against bots. Yes, Rocket League. It's true, the game's died down in popularity quite a bit. It's not as big as it once was, but the player base is still strong. Anyways, Epic Games, you know, that shitty little storefront, the one I've been ranting about for the past month and everybody else has too. You may have heard that they basically pointed a gun at Steam and said, hey, if you don't drop your percentage cut, then we'll keep buying out exclusives. And everybody on the internet laughed because, you know, it's a bluff. Anyone could see it's clearly a bluff. Everybody, right? Right, of course he took the bait. He's retarded. Oh, poor Black Bond. So do you remember when Epic Games a while back, actually not a while back, I think it was maybe like a month or two ago, do you remember when they came out and they said that they would never take a game off of Steam like they did with Metro Exodus? Do you remember how they said something like that will never happen again? Well, joke's on us. Well, actually, no joke's on me. I didn't fall for that shit. I always knew Epic was gonna lie to the consumers. Everybody who fell for that is retarded on their own. If you haven't heard the news, Epic has purchased Psionic Games. They bought them out. Personally, I don't really have a problem with this. If Epic Games actually wants to buy developers and make their own intellectual properties, that's probably the better way of handling this whole exclusivity bullshit. Be my guest. You own them. Rocket League is your intellectual property now, because of it. Whatever. Epic Games, they can do whatever they want with their own intellectual properties. Like I said, if they bought out a developer and they're funding a game, they can keep it exclusive to their storefront. It's anti-consumer as fuck. But from a business standpoint, it makes sense. Why would you put your own intellectual property on your competitor's storefront or platform? Who the hell would do that? I mean, if you wanted to make more sales, that's what you would do. Not that Epic Games is going to be making any money with their percentage cut anytime soon, or all the money they're throwing at developers, only for the games to go to Steam eventually anyway. Well, to be fair, Fritanga, Epic Games hasn't confirmed that they're pulling it from Steam. They said they don't have any plans confirmed for not selling the game on Steam anymore. And you're not wrong. They haven't, word for word, confirmed that they're pulling it from Steam. You're not wrong about that, but that was said after they specifically said said, the PC version of Rocket League will come to the Epic Games Store in late 2019. In the meantime, it will continue to be available for purchase on Steam. Thereafter, it will continue to be supported on Steam for all existing purchasers. What are you trying to say, Epic? Are you saying that the possibility that maybe we're gonna pull it from Steam, that possibility is there? But don't worry, if you bought it before, you can still play it on Steam. But if you wanted to buy it for your friends so you could all play together, you ain't gonna be able to do that. As you could imagine, this little possibility has triggered quite a good amount of PC gamers out there who don't like the idea. Personally, I don't care about Rocket League all that much anymore, but I don't like seeing this bullshit come to the PC platform and make it a living hell. This is why the filthy casuals must be purged from the platform, because there are people out there who are supporting this bullshit. But those who are angry took to review bombing Rocket League on the Steam page. Egad. And as you can imagine, all the soy boy journalists out there are triggered about this. Honestly, I don't think the game should be review bombed yet, because there is no confirmation whether this game will be pulled from Steam. There's only a strong hint that that could be a possibility. Until then, we should all reserve judgment. Even though I put a clickbaity title for all of you, just so you could all click it so that the algorithm will let me back into the gates of heaven, please. They did it to Gundam, they're doing it to me next. Point being, we don't know for sure whether Epic will make the boneheaded decision of pulling the game from Steam. And because of that, it's absolutely ridiculous to be review bombing the game for such uncertain reasons. Then there are those who are merely review bombing the game because Epic Games purchased Psyonix. If we're going to start review bombing because companies are purchasing developers, then this tool that the consumers have is being abused big time. Hell, right now I think it's being abused with review bombing the game just because we think it will be pulled from Steam. It makes the PC gaming community look petty. And you don't hear Papa Fritz say that a lot. I love the PC gaming community. When we see bullshit, we'll call it out. And we should be known as that community. We're not like the console plebs who just sit there and take it up the ass. We're the ones giving it to them up the ass. That's what we do. That's our shit. We shouldn't be known as that group. I mean, just take a look at this. Fantastic game, but the devs sold out to Epic. So this is my obligatory protest negative review. When you have to buy the entire studio to get them to put their game on your store. This game is now dead. After hundreds of hours, I will no longer be able to enjoy this game anymore. Psyonix sold out. Epic Games is destroying the only good thing I had. Jesus fucking Christ. I am just blushing with embarrassment from that one. I don't want anything in common with Epic Games Store. Really? So I'm guessing you're not going to play the dozens of games made with the Unreal Engine, even if they're on Steam? This game is moving over to the Epic Games Store? He even censors Epic Game. I will never purchase anything offered on that glorified piece of spyware. Goodbye, Rocket League. Hope you enjoy your time. As someone with too many hours in this game, and have loved every second of it, aside from raging online, but that's different, winky face, I am absolutely, what? To see this news today that Psyonix sold out to Epic, heart that. You can say you care about your community and yet you go ahead and do what most of said community will hate? That's, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were better than this, but I guess not. I hope the money you were given is better than having your fans hate you. Shrug emoji. Look, you guys, review bombing is an excellent tool. I've done a video talking about how it has helped change a lot of things that we don't like. But the industry, when they see review bombing used for such a petty thing, like a corporation purchasing a development studio, do you really think they're going to take review bombing a lot more serious in the future? I dislike the Epic Games Store just as much as you do. Hell, probably even more. I've made tons of videos on it, and it's honestly getting old. What else can we expect when they're being run by a total soy boy? As much as I dislike the practices that Epic Games is using to artificially compete with Valve, I will never, and I mean ever be against them trying to financially compete. What do you mean by that, Papa Frit? What I mean is, first off, there is no absolute confirmation that Rocket League is getting pulled from Steam. I don't know, maybe a week from now I'll be proven wrong and it will be pulled. Secondly, the bullshit you need to be concerned with is Epic purchasing exclusive deals of video games, not studios. When they are purchasing studios, they are at least legitimately owning an intellectual property, and it makes much more sense if they lock down that property to their storefront. It's shitty, it's anti-consumer, but it's a whole lot better than them basically pulling games from Steam or preventing games from going to Steam, even if they do not own that studio. Then you have a reason to really be against them, which is why the Metro Exodus review bombing was justified. Not every little bit of anti-consumerism is on the same level, is what I'm getting at here. I'm in no way siding with Epic Games, but at the same time, I'm not going to be against them, at the very least trying to approach competition from a less anti-consumer point. So sit back, watch Epic Games kill itself by running out of money. We cannot be trigger happy and take to our keyboards and write a review bomb right away without all the facts being given to us first. We also have to look at it logically. How would Epic Games exactly benefit from pulling all future purchases of Rocket League off of Steam? They literally wouldn't. It's why to this day Origin hasn't removed Mass Effect or all their previous BioWare games from Steam. It'd be idiotic, but at the same time, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And it would absolutely suck donkey balls if that were to happen, and you'd have a reason to review bomb. But until then, can we all just chill the F out? Once your guys' dicks go limp and you're calm, then we can talk. And until then, I will be seeing all of you and your gorgeous sexy faces very soon.
Fritanga sucks ass.